Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Just Chatter. It has been a hot minute.
It's been the biggest, hottest minute.
Yeah, very busy recently.
No, you haven't been.
It's fine.
We have a special guest today.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
yes. Our friend Rachel
Yeah.
is joining us today to
Also
talk
known
about
as Ray.
Ray. Also to talk about a few different subjects, but yeah.
Mainly
Ben.
for the free champagne.
The free
Complimentary
cheap
champagne.
Free
Yeah.
The like
champagne.
$10 giant
Hey,
bottle of champagne.
I'll take what I
Bottle was
can
only
get.
$10.
That'd be $12, but
That was
yeah,
a
it was
big
cheap.
bottle.
I told you it was cheap.
I mean, hey.
Hey, it worked.
And it almost put a hole in our ceiling.
That's true.
But it's fine.
So, Ray.
Yes.
You had us watch a couple movies.
Yeah.
Well,
we only finished one,
Okay,
but
yeah. We started the other,
we did.
and I've seen that one in so many memes since that I don't understand how I haven't seen it before.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Funny.
Love it.
What was it called again?
I was like Barbie, like it was
the
the
Bratz.
No,
one.
we-
I'm talking
we've-
about the Barbie one.
You was
Oh.
talking about the Barbie one, but there's also a few of the Barbie ones that look like very similar. So you're
Yeah.
probably seeing the other really popular one that I don't remember what the name is. But we watched Bratz Rock Angels.
Yes, because we wanted to see something that was part of Rachel's childhood.
She was
Yeah.
like, "This is me.
yeah,
This is who I am."
because she's
Uh,
seen all the other stuff like Star Wars and Marvel and stuff like
Yeah,
that, which
yeah,
was
yeah.
our stuff. but
Right.
That was
This
your.
is
childhood.
we're in the girly world now.
In the girly world.
Yeah, I was. So there was Barbie and there was Bratz, right? You were either a fan of the one or the other.
Mhm.
I was a huge Bratz fan. I thought they were way cooler, way stylish. They had giant heads and they had really, really giant feet. With shoes.
Just giant heels.
Yeah, they had really, really cool shoes, and I just like their fashion better. Yeah, and I know that a lot of parents didn't like Bratz when they first came out because they were like, "This is like the sluttier Barbie," you know.
Oh,
I mean, they're not wrong.
Hey,
yeah.
they can dress however they want to
Hey,
dress.
sure.
But I remember when they came out, and like when I got them, mom was like, "Yeah, they're great, they're cute," and like that was no, there's no problem. She was pretty chill. She's pretty chill human though.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was obsessed with Bratz. I had a whole bin of them, like a flat bin under my bed. I still remember the day that I sold them at my garage sale. I remember the day too where I realized that I no longer wanted to play with dolls anymore, which was I like have that memory ingrained in my head.
Must be a sad day.
It was, and I'm like, I don't want to play with these anymore. I should probably like give them to someone who wants them or whatever is actually going to use them because I felt bad. I took really good care of them. Like everything was organized, blah blah blah. And then I remembered deciding to sell them at the garage sale, but I like held them back until I saw like a little girl, and I'm like, I have all these, and
It's
I
like Toy
Yes,
Story.
literally Toy Story 3.
And he's like finding the right person.
yeah, and she was so. I don't even remember really. I might have just given it to her. I don't remember like making money off of them, but she was so ecstatic about getting my giant box of Barbies, and I was like, this is what life's about.
Yeah.
You know.
I hope that day never comes for me.
So, yeah.
I still have all my dolls.
Yeah.
I was like, he just gives all of his movies that he just got back.
No, I just got those back. Those are
Oh,
mine.
oh yeah.
His wasn't so heartwarming. He's like, I need money.
I gotta sell.
It's like
these.
I'm without work for a while. I gotta sell these. But
Oh my gosh.
that movie,
Oh my god.
Amazing.
was so
That-
chaotic.
It
I loved
was.
it.
There were so many different plot points. I feel like, or just like different.
Well, they go to Europe.
Yeah. Well, they go everywhere.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah. So it starts off with.
We saw this like how many months ago?
It was
Oh,
like
God,
3
it
or
was a
4
couple
months
months
ago.
ago. It's a while ago.
Jade, one of the Bratz, gets this internship at a fashion magazine.
That's right. That's right.
Oh
And then
yeah,
she
with the
screws
mean
it up.
lady.
Right.
She
well,
doesn't
she didn't
screw it
screw
up.
She got what do you call that? Bamboozled.
That's right.
The
She
two
There's an-
bratty like blondes.
Yeah, they set her up for failure. Yeah, she like accidentally gives the woman a hamburger and she like only eats salad. Which
Very
I don't know
cool.
if that's ever
Yeah.
happened to you guys.
Oh,
but
yeah, it happens to me
every
all the
time I
time.
go, sometimes they just keep me burgers. I don't know why.
you're like, I ordered a salad. Oh well.
And then there was that little bit of music that played every time the like bad guy was there, and I was like, it's playing the same notes like every
yeah,
single
it was
time.
like, was it like the transition song?
It was
too?
like,
There's-
dun,
yeah,
dun, 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 something like.
yeah,
No, that
it's-
was
the presidential.
that's the presidential.
That
dude.
is- that would have been awesome if that was there.
Donald Trump shows up.
transition.
I endorse the Bratz.
Bye, Bratz. Love Bratz.
They are spectacular.
Out with Barbie, in with the Bratz.
In with Bratz. Yeah, and then they end up starting their own magazine with just all of this money that
That's
they apparently
right. Yeah.
have. It pops off. And then they realize that the mail that the woman had like thrown at her to throw away had like tickets to these fashion events. And they were able that are like worldwide, and they made like friends along the way, and then their magazine became even more popular because they were getting interviews with like famous people they were accidentally helping, like all this stuff. And then it ends in them freaking all of a sudden creating a rock band.
I was gonna say this
Yeah.
whole thing like a
To
flashback.
perform.
Yeah, it starts like afterwards, and they're like cleaning a car or something. in the
It is a
beginning, yeah.
flashback. You're right.
It goes from like being like fashion stars to like now we're in a rock
They
band.
because they can do it all.
They can. They
Yeah.
can do it all.
You can be whoever you want to be.
And you want to
Women
see one that's just the
empowerment.
office. One that's the janitor. They can do it all.
I liked, and I think that's the funny part about Bratz versus Barbie, because Barbie is like, you can be anything you want to be. You can be a doctor. You could be a lawyer. And then Bratz is like, you could be a rock star. You could be a fashionista.
Yeah,
Like-
love it.
So still the same concept, but different things.
I love how into like some of the guys were to girls' fashion. They were all over the girls.
Yeah, they made.
I'm
yeah.
like, they like wrote a girls' fashion magazine. Why are you like so enthralled with what they're doing?
Hey man,
Sometimes
each their
fashion's
own.
good, you know. Sometimes people like clothes.
You're like, dang.
yeah, and I know they are. I don't know if it's like official. Some of them have boyfriends. I don't remember.
Well, the one goes on a few dates with that guy. in
Yeah.
Europe.
Oh my
then
god!
she abandons
I
all her other
totally
friends.
forgot.
Oh yeah,
the
and he
prince.
turns out to be
He turns
Oh,
out to
yeah,
just be
that's
a
right.
two-timer.
And
Yeah.
then
Ah.
she gets with like the friend that's been there the whole time.
yeah.
Who went with them
Such
to
a
Europe.
cliche, but such a
Yeah.
nice cliche, you know.
Yeah, it was cute. It's a good story. But yeah, it bounces all over the place. There's a lot of music that just appears in certain scenes. And it ends with them needing to fill in for this rock band that canceled at this like fashion
Oh,
event.
that's right. Yeah, we're just gonna grab these random girls who showed up and they're gonna play for us.
Yeah.
It's just like what?
and that's the whole title of the movie doesn't appear until like the last
That's right.
10 minutes of the film.
the balls to do that.
Oh my
And
god.
yeah, so they have a famous fashion magazine, and they're rock stars. So be whoever you want to be.
To
Everybody.
be fair, when I was younger, I had that fantasy too. You know, like you'd be at a
To
concert.
be a fashionista.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be a
Yeah.
fashionista,
Being,
to
like-
run my own magazine.
Yeah.
Being
But, no, to be
pumps
at a
and yeah.
concert-
Jared.
to be at a concert and then be like, oh, we need somebody to fill in. You know,
Oh,
come
yeah,
on
of
in,
course.
come on and sing. You
And
know,
you
And it's
freaking
like,
rock out.
yeah, and then you like become a rock star. You know. So
Yep.
yeah, I get it, Bratz. I get it.
Yeah.
We're gonna
I'm a
have to-
Bratz stan.
So we started. We're gonna have potato through this entire recording.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to do.
You're good.
He's fixated on something outside.
Now Leah's like.
Leah
freaking
sounds
out.
like a little piggy.
Little Leah,
She's
you
got
little
the-
piggy.
Get the pig snort.
Little piggies.
Yep, little snort snort. So we started Barbie, and that one was somehow weirder.
Swan Lake.
Yeah,
It had more of a cohesive plot, though.
Yeah, because it was just Swan Lake.
I've never watched or seen any iteration of Swan Lake
Mhm.
before. So that was
I
like,
know the music because the music's like
yeah,
famous.
Right.
you know?
Well, yeah, it's a famous play.
yeah,
yeah, it's a Russian play, I think. Too.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
it is. Yeah,
But
Those Russians.
yeah,
Those
wasn't there like
Russians.
a unicorn in it?
yeah,
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
unicorn
Yeah.
and some weird
Well-
little pink thing.
Well, all of the woodland creatures are like children that were turned into
That's
woodland creatures.
right.
All I remember is like the evil girl's laugh.
Oh,
Whatever her
yeah.
laugh was
It was-
terrible.
The
Yeah.
evil guy's daughter, who was like, I want this, I want that, and
Oh, the weird
Her
raven
laugh.
guy.
yeah, he
The
turns into a
giant
raven.
schnoz.
Yeah, they both do. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we didn't finish the end of that one, which I'm sure you guys are itching to know how.
I
it ends.
just want to know what happens. You know, like
Yeah.
do the woodland creatures become human again?
Yeah, Yeah.
Probably. 'cause
Probably.
It's a Barbie movie.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'm sure it ends really well.
Yeah.
She's a swan the whole
Um,
time.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
really like sad at some parts because they draw like she's so depressed being a swan. It's so
You're like,
sad.
this is a Barbie
The
movie.
facial expressions are perfect.
It's like that jank, like cheap animation, but it's somehow just so
But
expressive.
it's it's Barbie.
Yeah.
There's so many Barbie movies, which were also like I feel like essential to my childhood.
Yeah.
I remember specifically The Princess and the Pauper, which was I remember it sitting like on our like DVD shelf and like VCR shelf.
Mhm.
I don't remember anything about it, but I remembered that
Isn't that about
cover
like,
specifically. The Princess and the Pauper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
it's about
isn't
that.
that story like one guy's like really rich and then the other guy's like poor and they
Switch
places?
lives. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's all just
Yeah.
like remakes of other famous.
Yeah.
Let me guess. Now
Well,
it's gender swap.
Did you watch the Barbie movie like with Margot Robbie?
Yeah, yeah.
Did you like that?
Yeah, no, I thought it was brilliant.
I
loved it.
loved that.
Yeah.
Love that
Yeah.
movie.
Like that was so good. That
It
literally
was.
like made me
And it
tear up.
touched on all
Now they
things
didn't
about
do
being
that. But with Bratz.
Make the Bratz
probably
live
won't
action.
be as strong as a message. I know after Barbie, they were supposed to be making a Polly Pocket movie.
I think they are.
Well, I remember. Well, the last I read about it was the director, whoever I forgot her name, but she was like, "I'm not going to do as good of a job as Barbie, so I'm going to back out of it." And that was the last I heard, which was probably like a year ago.
Yeah.
But
Barbie
Polly
was
Pocket was
good.
also a lot of fun.
Yeah. That was like the little plastic ones, right?
Yes, and you could chew on the pants.
Oh.
What? And you can chew
You've
on the
never
pants.
seen like
Were they meant to be chewed on? That's
No.
what you did.
No, every kid did it. They were just such a nice consistency of plastic.
Oh, okay.
So you
Yeah,
just went
yeah.
like,
This is one of those things. Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Like chewing on your pencil or something.
Yeah, like chewing
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
little eraser or
except
whatever.
pants, tiny
Except
pants.
pants. Tiny
Tiny
pants.
pants. But yeah, that was a cool concept for a toy too, because you just like take her where you go, and she had all these outfits you can change her in and out of, and then her like the cases that she came in, where they're all different like scenes, right? So it's like one was her home, and like one was like the vet's office or whatever. And she had a little Polly Pocket car, which I did not have, but my friend had it, so I was jealous. But actually, now that I think about it, I don't really think I owned a lot of Polly Pocket.
You just
Not that
chewed
you
on
guys
your
care.
friends?
I just chewed on the pants and then
And then you give
returned
them
them
back.
back.
You
to
just
my
stole the
friends.
pants. Yep.
Here you are.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Chewing Pants.
Yeah, yeah. I should write that version.
There you go. There you go.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever had like a childhood like a toy show or movie that I would always go to.
What?
Really?
Like I'm thinking Transformers. I never.
Never got into
Yeah,
Transformers.
me too. I can't think of anything that I watched like religiously like that.
Well,
Or was
okay.
into.
Are you talking about like something like
Something
a
that had a
show?
toy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
something
had
that
a
was
toy?
based off the toy. Like a toy, and the show was based off
Oh.
the toy.
Well,
No,
Polly Pocket
I'm-
didn't have a show. Well, you know what? I don't remember.
Yeah, no, I never had one of those, but like I did get like all the action figures for like the Indiana Jones movies and the like Star Wars ones. The Indiana Jones ones were so cool though because every one came with like a little mystery box in it.
You and those
And
mystery boxes.
In the mystery box was like some sort of artifact from one of the movies, and it'd be like a special thing, and you had to try to collect all. of
Oh,
them.
that's cool.
And so I was like, oh man, I gotta get this one. I gotta get this one. You had to get the really lame characters. Like I'd have to get the Nazis and stuff. It's like,
Like I don't want the Nazis.
I don't want Nazis.
We're the
They're
bad
number
guys.
one. Come on.
All right, so I got a question for you two both.
Okay.
What movie or show or game will you defend to the death, no matter how much people hate it?
Okay. Am I going first?
Go first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I have a movie that I watch every first snowfall, which I believe I told you guys about this tradition.
Yes.
And we were all supposed to watch it together, but that didn't.
We
end
did
up
not.
happening.
Yeah.
But it's 1979 Jack Frost
Mm-hmm.
claymation. It's like 45 minutes long. It's very short. It's really like old animation. And the story is fine.
It's fine.
But and I remember I've showed it to a few people, and most of the reactions are like, "Huh, so you watch this every year?" And I'm like, "Yeah, isn't it great?" They're like, "Yeah." But I love it. It just warms my heart. It's my little tradition that I have. That I, as soon as, even if it's just like a flurry, a dusting, if you will, of snow, I'm like, well, time to watch Jack Frost. Jack Frost is here. Yeah, and it's just, I don't know why it's just so comforting to me, but I remember watching it on TV during like winter break, when it was like leading up to Christmas. I remember like, and I because there's a few of them that are like that. But I like really loved the Jack Frost story when I was younger. So I was like, yeah, that's anyway. And I'm sure you guys will watch and be like, wow,
Wow, this
this is great.
Well, did you ever watch the Michael Keaton one? The, like live action one from the 90s? That's the one I've seen. It's really bad.
You know, I don't remember, but
it's really bad.
I'm sure it is.
It's terrible. It's so bad.
But this one has it's the premise is like it starts off with the oh my god. Groundhog? Is the groundhog that sees a shadow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's about that. And it goes into this whole story of like how he knows Jack Frost and why they have this deal of he's his if he like he can see his shadow. Like there's just like this whole premise behind it. And it's so funny, and I love the groundhog so much. His name is Pardon Me Pete. And it's just ridiculous. And it's old. So anyway, that's what I would defend to the end.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You have one, Jared?
I do. So for me, it's like the two Spider-Man movies that are looked down upon.
Okay.
Spider-Man 3 and then The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I
never seen that one yet.
I know you
Is
haven't
Spider-Man
seen that
3
one.
the one where he gets like the
black suit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he goes like emo Peter Parker.
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah. And he's like
They do
walking
too
down the
much in that
street,
movie.
Dancing
and
down the
dancing.
street and stuff.
Yeah,
I think that's hilarious. People are like, that ruins the character. That's not a good treatment. And I'm like, I think totally that is what that Peter Parker thinks is cool. And so he thinks he is being cool in that moment. Even though
That's
nobody
fair.
else thinks he is.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm feeling so like fly right now.
I mean,
dancing down the
it
street.
is
In
pretty
that
cringe.
club, he jammed out.
Yeah, he jams like, now dig on this. It like starts doing the piano dance and stuff. Oh my gosh.
That is a pretty cringe movie.
It's very cringe, but I think
Is
like
I
if
don't even remember how it ends. I just remember that part of it.
I think it ends perfect. I think that is like a perfect trilogy of movies. Like I don't think they can ever top like a Spider-Man story with those three. For me, that's
I
perfect.
don't know. I really like the animated one.
Oh, across
Yeah.
the Spider-Verse movies,
Yeah.
those are fantastic.
I think
Yes,
those are great.
Fantastic.
But I think that's more like Spider-Verse stories, if that makes sense. Like it's more Miles Morales' story, whereas the Tobey Maguire ones, I think that's the perfect epitome of Peter Parker, like his story. You know.
Okay.
But yeah, Ben, do you have one?
Batman and Robin.
Oh my
So,
god.
okay. I know a lot of people hate this movie. I
yeah.
watched it all the time as a kid. It was like the only Batman movie I actually had on VHS. And I think it's so bad that it's good.
That's the one with
Remind me.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh
as
my
Mr.
god!
Freeze.
Yes.
Ice to see.
I mean,
Part where like Robin like evades like Poison Ivy's like poison with like the
Plastic
plastic on
lips.
his lips.
Oh my god. The movie's so bad. And then they have Bane in it, but Bane is like terrible.
I haven't seen that movie in so long. I
haven't
gotta
either.
watch it
I
again.
remember it, but I remember.
Well, and George Clooney as Batman is just absolutely terrible. I love
Nipples.
George Clooney, but he's just like
He's not
I
a
think I told you
Batman.
this the other day. He's literally like his Batman voice is, "Hi, Freeze.
Hey.
I'm Batman."
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, I'm Batman.
Yeah.
I can't picture George Clooney as whenever I think of George Clooney, I think of Ocean's 13, Ocean's 11, whatever.
Yeah.
I love those too. Yeah, those are good.
I will say George Clooney was an okay Bruce Wayne. Like as Bruce Wayne is like the suave like billionaire kind of guy, he was okay.
Because he is.
Yeah.
He is a suave billionaire,
He's a suave
in
billionaire,
real life.
You know? Yeah.
So talk about movies that people hate. Is there certain movies that you think is just underrated, like underrated gem? that we
Underrated
should-
gem of a movie. So I was thinking about this one, and I couldn't think of anything. But
Pretty close to the last question, but you know.
But I was thinking about how documentaries are not so much like they're not reached for as much, especially like with the younger generations. But the biggest thing now is that most people don't have cable, right? So it's all just like streaming services. You could select what you want to watch. And a lot of the times growing up, you'd just be like channel surfing, and there would be a documentary you'd pass, and then all of a sudden it'd suck you in, and you're just like watching National Geographic, and you're like learning things or whatever. And I feel like it is not happening anymore. And especially when it comes to, like I said, National Geographic, so things about the Earth and like all this stuff that's important to learn and know. And yeah, and like kids are not gonna really experience that because no kid's gonna go out of their way to watch a documentary. So and they won't have that interaction where it's like, oh, actually, this is interesting. Let me actually watch it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Mm.
Yeah, I used to have to watch documentaries for school because because it would be like lunchtime, right?
Mhm.
And I was homeschooled, so my mom was like, "Okay, well, you can't like just watch anything on TV. You have to watch something constructive. You have to
March
watch
of the Penguins.
Yeah, well,
Make you cry.
I would watch the like dangerous animals ones. And
Oh,
stuff.
that's fair.
Or like I would watch like The Men Who Built America or stuff.
Gross.
Which I was just like, oh, this is pretty good.
Yeah, this is
like,
interesting. Yeah.
yeah. But underrated for me, I do have one. Buried. Have you ever heard of Buried?
Oh my gosh.
Buried or buried?
Buried, like buried alive.
Okay, no.
It's got Ryan Reynolds in it. I know, your favorite person. But
it's literally just
it's literally a movie that starts with him realizing he's buried alive in a coffin, and that's the entire movie. All he has is like a cell phone and a lighter, and that's it.
It's not goofy. It's serious, right?
Yeah, and I feel like that would give me anxiety.
It does.
It does.
Very heavy, gives you anxiety. I don't even remember how I found the movie. Like I was just like scrolling through something
when you were
day.
supposed to be watching a documentary.
Probably, yeah. But no, and then I watched it, and I remember at the end, I watched it by myself like in the middle of the night, and I was probably like
what
13
a good time to watch it.
13
anxiety,
or 14.
Yeah.
I was very young, and afterwards, I just remember like being in shock for like 5 minutes and then sobbing because I was like, that movie just it hit me. And then I like looked it up, and it didn't get a big theater release or anything like that. It was only in like film festivals and stuff. And I think I do own it, but
did he win any awards for that?
No.
It felt like
it's very under.
Oh,
the
you've
radar.
seen it too?
Yeah,
I made him watch it.
Oh, funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very like it feels very just like real.
Yeah, but you never hear that movie brought up really, and that movie just
I'm not familiar with it at all.
Fantastic.
The fact that so much impact is made with just dialogue.
Yeah, it's very short too. It's like 80 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
It's very good. Very good.
So for me, childhood favorite, and head of VHS, Pebble and the Penguin. Have you heard of this?
No.
It's exactly. It's an animated movie of penguins will like in real life they'll find like a fancy rock to give to their mate.
Right.
It's about him finding his fancy pebble, which is a gemstone, and the adventure he goes on
Aww.
to find it. And it's like a little love story, and he like it's like a coming of age story for a penguin.
Oh, that's
I love
sweet.
Before Happy Feet. But
Is it animated?
It's animated.
Okay.
I love that movie. It's
That's
just such a
cute.
heartfelt movie. And they made the most zesty looking female penguin. I was like, what the heck? I was like, they made that penguin zesty for no reason.
That's really why Ben likes the movie.
That
was his
first
love.
They made the buff jock penguin zesty too.
Okay, now I'll watch it.
Yeah. Is it like Surf's Up level jockey penguin or
no?
less?
It's
Okay.
very like
Is it like
old school
I was
Disney
saying
animated,
early
like
animation.
2D animated.
Yeah, I love that stuff too.
Is it Disney?
I don't think so.
What's
It
that?
might be. I don't
I
think it is though.
I've really never heard of that one.
It's just a fun movie I used to watch when I was a kid.
That's great.
We just randomly got everything from Goodwill one day, and it's just like, yeah.
It's like someone just made it. It's not a real movie. Like it's just someone's project.
Okay, for
Someone's
somebody just
project.
making it, they did a really good
And
job.
let me tell you, they spent a lot of detail on those penguins.
Mhm.
They
lot of
made it
zesty
very
detail.
zesty.
So, if either you could remake either a show, a movie, or a game, what would it be and why?
Okay. Anything Nancy Drew that has been released, like the movies and whatever, because I loved the books growing up, but all of like the movies and TV shows that came out were so unserious and they were so kiddie, and she was like solving actual mysteries, and she was like, helping people in real life. Like she was like this badass girl, this badass teenager, and you like kind of like grew with her with the books. And I just feel like everything that has come, there was this like 70s TV show I think I stumbled upon, but it was only like one season. And that one was pretty good. I don't remember like the details of it, but I feel like the everything else that's I'm like this isn't her.
Mhm.
She's not freaking Quinch. Well, maybe she is to other people, but like I'm like I want like one serious one
Yeah.
where it's like really just encapsulates her character, like the other characters in the books, because there's so many of them and
Yeah.
there's so many different mysteries and stuff. So yeah, that's my answer.
Cool. I
Yes,
like
it will.
that. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I have one for remake, and then I have one for make for the first time. That's never
Okay,
been
sure.
adapted.
Ooh, okay.
Remake would be Indiana Jones 4,
Okay.
Crystal Skull.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. No, that one was
the alien
garbage.
one.
That was
I
garbage.
don't like the fact that they brought in aliens. Like, I don't hate the movie, but like
It was bad.
the first three being so like religious artifact heavy,
Mhm.
I really wish it just would have stuck with that theme.
Right.
Um,
It just didn't make sense.
yeah.
I remember watching that when it first came out with like my mom and stuff, and we were all like, "What?
Yeah, interdimensional beings? What is that?
Aliens."
And then make for the first time would be The Catcher in the Rye, because that's never been adapted into a TV show or movie.
Has it really?
It's
No.
never been, and it's because the author is, I believe, he's still alive, and he said he would never adapt it. But I think it's literally the perfect thing to be adapted. Like, I remember reading that book for the first time and just being enthralled
Right.
by it, and I think it could be so
And I
well
feel like
done.
everybody would watch it too because we all had to read it for
Yeah.
school.
I've
Yeah.
never read it.
Okay. Well,
You should read it.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Don't even know what it's about.
It's about a guy.
it's about a catcher in a rye. Right. Yeah.
Nice.
No, it's actually really good though.
So,
do you have one?
I do. I didn't have a make for first time, but now I do. My make, something that's not been made yet, would be a Mass Effect series. As you know, it's my favorite game series.
Ah.
Space opera level,
I know what we're talking
on par with Star Wars, in my opinion. Yes, it is.
No.
Even if not better.
What?
Hold the phone.
But no, as far as remake, the new Jurassic World movies.
Fair.
The original 3,
That
Or,
does
like-
not hold a candle to the original 3. I
Yes.
agree. Because I love those movies too.
it's either that or the sequels of the Star Wars movies.
I liked Jurassic World. I didn't like the other
Okay,
two.
that one wasn't
but I
terrible.
liked Jurassic World. That one. It
I don't know,
blew
it's
me
just-
away with how
No.
good it was
I
when
just-
I first saw it.
What I love about the Jurassic Park movies is that it's like the original movie magic where it wasn't like everything it wasn't like all CGI. Like they actually like had these animatronic dinosaurs, like
Mhm.
they had these set like I don't know. To me that encapsulates real movie magic. And that's why I love it so much.
Yeah.
Whereas the Jurassic World ones obviously are not like that because we have so much new technology now. But yeah, so I was like, oh, it doesn't hit
Like-
the same.
When they started being like, oh, we're going to make, a dinosaur that's genetically altered, I'm like, they're already freaking dinosaurs. They're already monsters. Play into that. You don't got to make them extra scary. That's what made the first one so good because
Mhm.
they're already played them as horror monster movies.
Yeah.
It worked great.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The first one is in my top 10 favorite movies of all time.
It's literally
Absolutely.
right.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
your favorite movie of all
It-
time.
it's-
It's
it's
fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah. All right.
All
I'm gonna
right.
pause and get a refill on champagne.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Redo on our first question.
yeah, we kind of
Because Jared bamboozled.
That's my bad.
yeah we kind of skipped the first question I had in our notes here.
Bulldoze is the word. I'm
Yup.
looking
So Rachel, what childhood show or movie defines you?
for. Okay. SpongeBob. I think a lot of us have a childhood connection to SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah.
But
Not
me and my sister religiously watched SpongeBob, and he just gave so much pure joy and silliness that we really needed, especially in our home life. So that whole show was just like a nice little escape, and it was just so silly and so dumb, but also fantastic at the same time. And also SpongeBob, like, what I liked about the character was he would get into all of these different predicaments, right? But he would always be positive about it. Like he would always find his way out of it and whatever. He was always kind to people, even though people treated him like garbage.
Oh my god.
I don't know. It was just like and it's just hilarious. Like there's stuff we all still quote to this day.
Yep.
And it's just such an integral part of like coming home from school and putting on SpongeBob, and like that's what we would do.
Yeah.
So yeah, SpongeBob. He
Actually,
like
nice.
favorite TV show.
I have a core memory with SpongeBob, and I have not found someone else who remembers this either. But do you remember the Best Day Ever episode?
It's the best.
Yeah.
Day.
Okay,
Yeah.
when that one came out,
Uh-huh.
before they did, I believe that was the 100th episode.
Yes.
They did where they played for like 2 days straight every episode of SpongeBob. Like it started with episode 1, and like it was a marathon.
That sounds about right. I feel
Yeah.
like that's something that they would do.
And I faked being sick.
Amazing.
So I could stay up all night and watch SpongeBob day 1, and then I fell asleep day 2, and I missed the Best Day Ever episode.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I was like so excited. I was like, I'm going to watch every episode.
We
of
should do that
SpongeBob.
now.
We should marathon SpongeBob.
Well, and is it Patrick has his own TV show now?
I heard
Isn't that a
it wasn't
thing?
good.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
the
I'm
Patrick
sure
Star
it's
Show.
not good,
Yeah.
but like I support it because it's SpongeBob. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all those, I mean, from what we can see, all those actors and actresses are lovely people. So
Oh yeah,
and
Tom
they
Kenny
genuinely have
and
fun.
the guy from Coach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Coach.
All
Yeah.
right.
Anyway, sorry. Back to your questions.
Jared, do you have an answer to that
Oh,
question?
well, my answer.
SpongeBob.
I've talked about this so much, but it was Indiana Jones.
Oh.
Like literally, I dressed up as him as a kid, like all the time. I made my own movies as
Oh,
in.
can
like,
we watch those and review them?
Absolutely, sure.
We
gotta
should.
find
Oh my
them,
God.
but
We should
all
totally.
I need-
300
I
hours.
Yeah.
I did some with Tyler. I did one with Tyler. I did one with my parents. I actually had to do one for school one time. I like wrote a
School.
I wrote a script and everything. I was very professional.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad played the villain. His name was Big Bad Brad.
Which we still call him to this day.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, it's stuck.
Big
It's
Bad
stuck.
Brad.
But yeah, Indiana Jones just like that gave me my sense of like adventure.
Yeah.
As a kid, I was like, I want to go out and explore. I want to go discover new things. I want to, find things that people haven't seen before.
Find
like,
religious artifacts.
I want to
No.
find the spear that pierced Jesus' body.
The shroud.
Yeah, I will find the missing Ark of the Covenant one day. I swear.
Hey.
But no, Indiana Jones, yeah, 100%. Ben?
So I didn't have cable growing up. I
Mhm.
was a PBS kid.
PBS.
So I
Sesame Street.
was no.
Oh.
I hated Sesame Street. But
Who
no,
hates Sesame Street
me.
besides Donald Trump.
me. But no, I was in
Me.
between the
Me.
lions. I loved In Between the Lions.
I
Did I unlock a memory?
loved In Between the Lions.
In Between the Lions was
Oh,
awesome.
In Between the Lions. Oh my god, I
Yes.
loved that show.
Dragon Tales.
Dragon Tales was
Peak.
good.
Dragon Tales was
Love
good.
Dragon Tales.
I also loved Cyber Chase.
Oh my god!
That
yes!
was my favorite
Cyber-
show.
I
know the entire theme song to this
every
day.
day I'd
I'm
come
not gonna
home
sing it, but
just to watch it. I'm like,
Cyber Chase would be on in the morning while I was getting ready for school. So before I would get ready and catch the bus, I would watch that. I love Cyber Chase.
Cyber Chase was the show I would watch.
Yes.
Was
Like,
that
I
not
would-
also a Scooby-Doo movie? Scooby-Oo and the Cyber Chase?
Sure,
that
but
was a
it's an
title, but
enti-
it
it's
was an
a- yeah.
entire series.
Entirely
What was the
different show.
series about?
These kids got sucked into cyberspace.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
and they had to defeat every time there was the
They had
same
to defeat
villain.
Hacker.
Cool.
And then the woman
The
they
dude
worked
with an
for was
immaculate chin.
Motherboard.
Yeah.
And she was like this robot woman. Her face was on the screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep,
It was great. Like
it was like
idea.
a weird kind of like agent-esque kind of like
Yeah, and they
weird
had to,
kitty
like-
show.
Yeah, they had to
Weird.
always rescue or save cyberspace from being hacked, right? From
Hacked by hackers.
being destroyed by hacker.
Hacker.
Yeah,
What an original name.
He had the
Yeah.
best chin ever.
he did, and he
the
had
chin
two.
came out to here.
So is
And
Crimson Chin.
They had
Basically,
they
green
had
crimson chin.
a helpful bird. His name was
forget his-
Digit. He was
Oh, was it
robot
Digit?
bird. Mhm.
Why does that sound familiar?
Yeah, and then
If you saw it, you're probably like, oh, that.
yeah, it was. Oh man, that was my favorite show growing up too.
That was like my like a core childhood show.
Yeah.
But there's another one when I was a little bit older, like Teen Titans, the original Teen Titans.
Yes. Oh my god.
That
I was
was,
just
like-
thinking upstairs too, and I was sorry, I cut you off.
No, you're good.
I keep
I was
cutting off.
I'm kind of a weird way of saying it, but that is the first real show that I was like gelling with. Like it's a kid show, but it's not like as kiddie.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it had some like more.
It definitely had like more
Serious
like
plot
adult,
lines.
not adult, but more grown up
Adult.
themes. Like people died and like got taken advantage of. It was
Mhm.
like serious for a kid show.
Yeah, I was
Mine-
actually debating putting that down for if I could like remake something. I was saying the new Teen Titans, I wanted to be like the old Teen Titans because the
Oh.
original Teen Titans was amazing, and I remember watching that with my sister too.
Uh-huh.
And it was like because we have a pretty big age gap, so it was like a good in between show for the both of us.
Yeah.
So you could watch together. Yeah.
Do you guys have a comfort show?
Oh wait, hold on. My first
Okay.
adult show.
Adult.
Matlock or Murder She Wrote. I
Those
watched
are good ones.
literally all the time with my grandma and my aunt. Like I would go over there, and at 10 o'clock, Matlock would be on.
Yeah.
And then at 11 o'clock, Murder She Wrote would be on. And I remembered I was always happy to go over there because I'd never had to start school until noon.
Because
they
you
were,
would be watching their shows.
yeah, they were like that was like my excuse. I was like, but I want to.
But I gotta watch
I want to
Matlock.
watch Matlock and Murder She Wrote.
Matlock
you
was
guys.
good too.
Matlock was great. Yeah, I love Matlock.
You know?
But yeah, that was like my first adult. I was like, people are dying. What is going on?
I remember a specific Murder She Wrote episode where she was at like a carnival or a zoo. A carnival or a circus or whatever,
Mhm.
and the elephant trainer was doing tricks with the elephant, and his head gets
That's Monk.
No, it was Murder She Wrote. There was a similar one.
There's literally an episode of Monk with
I'm
the exact
sure-
same plot.
I'm sure they're both. I
And
remember
he puts a
it's
watermelon under it, and then
maybe it is
steps.
Monk.
It's Monk.
Did you know my one of my sister's friends in high school, her uncle was Monk? Yeah, they
Her
lived around the
uncle
corner from us. Not
was-
Monk, but the actor. I don't know.
Okay, I was like, do you mean Monk like the? But no, Monk.
No,
like the
Monk,
actor,
like the
Tony,
actor.
Tony Shalhoub or
I
whatever.
don't remember his name.
Yeah, he was also in Wings. which is
I was
like-
just about to ask if he did anything. I only know his face.
You never
from
watched
Monk.
Wings? He was
No.
the cab driver in Wings. Good show.
Wings.
I have old parents.
Hey, well, our parents are the same. Well, my mom's the same.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Yep,
But-
yep.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. What was the next question, Ben?
Comfort show or movie.
All right, wait. I have an answer for this too. Wait. Okay. So I have a few.
Okay. No, I have a few too.
So the original Star Wars trilogy, right? Those movies for sure.
Hmm.
Comfort show now. Movie. Any of the James Bonds with Daniel Craig in it, because as you guys know, he's my favorite person on
Yeah.
planet Earth. But if we're gonna be specific, Casino Royale, which is his first one.
So good.
So
So
good. And then Dark Crystal, including the
I never
Netflix
seen Dark
show.
Crystal.
I've never seen
The
Dark Crystal
Netflix
either.
show is also very good. I mean, it didn't. I mean, it got canceled after the one season, but it's still really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Those are my three.
Yeah,
Alright. I have so many. So Indiana Jones, of course. That's like
No
number
kidding.
one. Will always be like I can put that on to any time and I'll just feel better. But like show wise, Psych. I absolutely love Psych.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Right now, How I Met Your Mother is like
Really?
my comfort show. I've been like binge watching that like crazy. I've never seen it before, and so like it's my top.
I've also
tier
never watched it. before.
comfort show right now. It's very good. And then probably if I had to put one more in there, it would be Chuck, which is a show
That's a
that
good
I'm
one.
currently rewatching right now with a few friends.
Nice.
It's
Not
very good.
us, obviously.
Yeah, I know. I'm watching it.
Why does that sound familiar?
Chuck. It's about a guy, Zachary
Chuck?
Levi plays him,
Okay.
and he like works at sort of like a Best Buy almost. It's called the Buy More, and all these government secrets get put into his head, and then the NSA and the CIA have to like kind of work with him because he has all of their secrets in his head.
Well, I never.
It's
Mm,
fantastic.
mm.
It's
It's
so
a
good.
nerd becomes a secret agent.
Yeah. He's like a super nerdy guy who like doesn't get any girls and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden like he has all of these government secrets put in his head,
Funny.
and he becomes like the most important person in the world.
Hi.
Leah's like,
Way
can
to
I
go.
be in the
I
podcast?
like Chuck too.
I'm actually watching it with Jared. You guys weren't invited.
Yeah, he's my friend.
So mine are CW shows
Oh.
because they're cheesy enough. You don't gotta take them too seriously.
Okay.
So, for example, Smallville,
Okay.
The Flash,
Yeah.
Okay.
and any of like the extended universes off of that, whether it's Supergirl. Oh, I never watched Arrow or Legends of
I haven't seen any
Tomorrow.
of these.
Any of those like kind of
Yeah.
like cheesy
I know.
CW superhero shows,
Cheesy.
because there's like just enough superhero to like scratch that itch, and it's not like too serious. It's not too heavy because it is a bit cheesy.
Yeah.
It's just like I can put it on and watch it easily, and I could put on like any episode of Smallville and just be like,
There's
this is
nothing in my
nice.
pocket. I need to bring it to you. I haven't
Nice.
seen any of those, so I
love
can't give my
Smallville.
opinion.
Smallville's really good. It's like the
God.
show that made me love Superman.
Superman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Superman.
All right, so I have
Sorry.
one. I have a final question for the interview portion of this. You're stuck on a desert island. You got to bring one movie, one album, and one game. What are you bringing? Rachel.
Okay, I think my one movie I would bring is Rear Window by Alfred Hitchcock.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like one of my, it's like a favorite. Yeah,
I've
for
never
sure.
seen Rear Window.
Yeah, it's very good. I mean, it's Alfred
Yeah.
Hitchcock. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know. My album, this going back and forth with, but I think it would be Sound and Color by the Alabama Shakes.
Okay.
Okay, I thought it was gonna be more of a response.
I don't.
Cool, keep going.
I don't actually know the Alabama Shakes. I need.
You
to,
gotta listen
Yeah.
to. I'm going to see them in the fall because they're like that together
Yeah.
now. Very exciting. And then with games, okay. So I have a very specific answer, and then I have a
One
non-specific.
question.
So I feel like for my non-specific, right? I think it'd be like any Mario game. Like
Okay.
I always enjoy Mario. Like it's so fun, right? Or like Sly Cooper on PS2.
Oh my god.
Right?
Yeah, I love
Right?
Sly Cooper.
And then the other really hyper specific one, it was Frogger, the story on the storyline on the
Yeah.
PS2. Okay. It's absolutely garbage. But the game that we had, the disc that we had was glitched or it screwed up, so we could never get past this one part. Like it just wouldn't let us get past. Maybe my sister I'm talking about. It was just like, what do you call that when you're like locked at soft locked or whatever?
Yeah.
And there was just no escape. So like we could only play up to a certain point. And to this day, I've never like watched a playthrough of it or anything because I'm like one day I'll be able to make it past that point. It probably won't be very exciting, but for younger me, for like the validation of finally finish that game. So if I had time on Desert Island, I'd probably do that.
Yeah.
Leah. Calm down,
It's
baby.
okay, baby. Yeah, no, I've never. What are you doing?
Welcome to our new guest on the podcast.
She's like, I'm part of this family.
Let's
Yeah.
go down.
I
Let's
want
go
to be
down.
interviewed.
Come on. Go down. There we go.
So I have a game.
Okay, so movie. My answers are all the same. I go back.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. All right, the second one.
Leah.
Album.
Lay down, baby.
That is so tough for me. It'd either be Save Rock and Roll by Fall Out Boy or This Is How the World Ends by Bad Flower. Both of those albums are like no skip albums for me. I love them. They're fantastic.
I'm judging you a little bit. But
Why are you judging
Wow.
Judge?
Oh, you're right. You're right. Well, that wasn't in the rules
What?
when I signed up for
What?
this podcast.
2? What?
To
Rules?
not
Oh, to
judge.
not
It was
judge.
supposed to be, it was supposed to be one each. You both picked several. So.
Okay, fine. If I had to pick one, it would be Save Rock and Roll. That is like top tier for me. Love that album. And game would be Fortnite.
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 Fortnite. It's like it never ends. You can keep playing it.
I mean,
And
I
it's like-
guess I am terrible at. There's too much on the screen.
For
I can't
Fortnite?
follow it. Yeah.
I think you could pick it up.
I don't know.
I think you could.
There's a lot to focus on.
You just gotta like play zero build where there's not the building, because that's what was for me. It was like, okay, you have to build, you have to shoot, you have to do all this stuff, and then they put zero build in, and I was like, now all I have to do is like find a car and then run people over, and it's so fun. You get to put on the radio, and it's like it's great.
All right, maybe one
Yeah.
day.
So I would obviously pick Jurassic Park because it's my favorite movie.
Mhm.
I would pick probably Fantasia because it's just instrumental. It's all different kinds of vibes.
Oh, for your okay.
my album. It's just
Judging.
like all different kind of vibes. If I'm stuck on an island, like for foreseeable future, like I'm gonna get sick of hearing the same lyrics. If it's just instrumental with different vibes to them,
I don't agree with this one, but
Chucky.
I mean, hey,
Fantasia. Band?
I think I would go so like insane so much faster on a desert island if I was only listening to Fantasia.
Like
You didn't hear my game pick.
So,
What's your
gosh.
game pick?
Minecraft.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like
Oh.
Snake.
Snake.
It's just like a-
Snake. But no, it's like Minecraft. It's like
I mean, sure.
infinitely creative.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Minecraft's
No,
a
I
good
mean
one.
Minecraft's a good one. Just like Fortnite, you know, like it never ends technically. Leah, will you go lay down, please? We'll play
Like-
My
Minecraft,
pick is
Leah.
Stardew Valley. I was also debating on that one.
My
Stardew
pick
Valley.
would be Halo 2. Halo 2 is the greatest.
GTA.
GT, I like killing all the
GTA
men.
6,
Yeah.
I know it's not out yet, but like
She really wants to play right
I
now.
know.
Okay.
Okay, so rapid fire questions.
Uh-oh.
Rachel, favorite villain?
Favorite villain?
Yes.
From like anything?
Yes. Just go quick. Come on.
Friggin'
Come on, come on.
the villain in Jack Frost, which
you
is the Burgermeister?
The
Yeah.
Burgermeister.
Something like that, yeah.
Burgermeister.
Yeah, it's something like
Got
that.
away with it
yeah.
again, I
Yeah, let's
swear.
make him our favorite villain.
Jared, favorite villain?
Joker.
Joker?
Yeah. if I had
Green
to go.
Goblin. It's me.
Uh,
Ooh, Green Goblin.
All right.
Peter Parker.
Jared, sequel or reboot?
Sequel or reboot?
Yes.
Sequel, 100%.
a sequel, yeah.
Sequel?
Yeah.
Sequel. All right, Rachel.
Mhm.
Popcorn or candy?
Popcorn. I'm a salty snacker.
Popcorn, 100%.
Popcorn, love the salt. Subtitles, yes or no, Jared?
100%. I need them on.
I don't
Okay.
care either way.
I'm deaf. Please turn them on.
I say yes, just because Jared's deaf.
Deaf, yeah.
Please, I will be asking what they said.
All right, best movie quote of all time.
Best movie quote of all time?
Yes.
Oh, good lord. You're gonna have to go. I don't
Uh,
know.
I don't know. I'm making this up as I go.
I'm gonna need a second for that one.
All these mistakes with this.
That is a good one.
No, we're gonna need a bigger boat.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Oh, yeah. That is a good one.
No! Shoot! Sorry,
Oh,
there's
from
so many
Jurassic
good
Park.
ones.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Baby, I took you out already.
You
Calm
might have
down.
to pause and let her out.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll think about the movie quote.
Whoa!
Whoa!
You're gonna have to recenter that there, bud.
Whoa! All right. So now we're on to the game. Oh, just your
Yes. Say hello to my little friend.
Yes. good one.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Was that the last rapid fire?
Yes.
Thank
I
God.
liked
I'm
the-
terrible
how
at
about-
rapid
how-
fire.
How about the? It's John Wick.
John Wick. We've been watching a lot of John Wick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good movies. Good movies.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
this
My
man
mom
a
loves
gun.
Have you seen them?
My mom loves them.
Your mom loves John.
Yeah,
me
she
and-
has seen. She's had a lot of time on Netflix, especially at night. 'Cause she stays up pretty late. She
Mhm.
can't fall asleep. She's seen so many movies. She would actually probably be a great guest on this podcast.
We gotta have her on.
Oh my gosh!
Bring
Yes.
Paula.
Bring
Yes.
Paula on the podcast.
All right. So the last and final thing I have is a game for you two.
Okay.
There are 3 rounds.
104 days. of
It's called
summer.
Elevator Remix. You're gonna be elevator pitch. I'm the person funding you two.
Wow.
You're gonna get a movie or a show and a genre mix up.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Okay.
You understand as soon as I give you. Jared, pick a number between 1 and 10.
7.
7.
Pick number 3, my lord.
All right, Jared. You are trying to sell me The Matrix as a high school rom com.
Oh God.
All right, come on.
All right. So
Sell it to me.
listen, I know we've all seen The Matrix, right?
Mhm.
You've seen The Matrix, sir, I assume, right?
No.
What's The Matrix?
Okay. So basically, we're gonna take what we've learned from The Matrix, which is about a man being put into basically a computer simulation, pretty much, you know. And instead of that, we're gonna take it and make it a high school kid. All right. And he gets in there because he wants to find out what this girl that he is into likes on Instagram and Pinterest and stuff like that. And then he's gonna go in and change her likes to stuff that he likes, and then they're gonna fall in love because they're gonna both have similar things.
And are they then going to get murdered by robots?
No, that's not gonna happen. It's a rom com that takes place in the
They
Matrix.
fall in love with the robots.
Yeah, it's a Matrix sequel, but it's
Oh, like a
kind-
spin off? Or
yeah,
what?
yeah, it's a spin-off.
It's a spin off?
It's a Matrix spin-off.
What
but
would,
it's for the
what would
younger
this
crowd.
title be?
Yeah, what is the title?
Let me get back to you on that.
It's gotta be something with the one.
Yeah.
The one, but there's a big
The
heart
one
around
true
it.
love or something like that, and then you have like the Matrix font.
The one.
Red
Dot
pill or
dot
blue
dot. True love.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, Rachel. Between 1 and 10.
pill? What'd you pick?
7.
All right, I'm gonna go
Obviously not
3.
7. All right, Inception, but it's a sitcom.
Okay. Oh my god, I haven't. That movie came out a long time ago. But it's a sitcom. So with Inception, right? It's a dream within a dream, right? It's a dream within a dream within a dream, and trying to break out of it. But each dream is a new episode, and in that dream, they get into it's like it's instead of just one guy, it's like a friend group of people. And each dream that they go into, they face a new problem. They got to figure it out together, and then at the end of the episode, they get transported into the next dream, and so on and so forth. And then at the end, you know, what was it? They all like went to jail. Actually, was that in Seinfeld?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
that's
the
how it
ending
ends.
is like.
They wake up and they've
Oh
actually
my
been
God.
dreaming in a jail cell.
Oh man, that's a
Oh
good
my
twist.
god.
Yeah,
What's
they're
the
friends.
name? Jared, what's the
friggin-
name?
Inception, Friendception, Friendception,
Friendception.
Friendsception.
Friendception.
There you
All right,
go.
Jared.
Yeah.
What's your name?
What's my name?
Yeah.
The name.
For Matrix.
Oh, the one true love. I don't know.
Okay.
The one ... true love. There you go. That's all I have.
I'm gonna give it to Rachel. She's
Thank
Yeah,
you,
that is
thank
better.
you.
That's
It-
She
much
won.
better.
She won this round. Okay.
This
Round 2. Rachel. Give me a number between 1 and 8.
1 and 8.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go 4.
4. The Office, but it's a dark dystopian sci-fi.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so instead of Michael just being the boss of the office, he's the boss of this futuristic dark dystopian town, and he's actually evil in this one.
Ooh.
And the people that live in this town, aka the people in the office, they are actively working together to break free of his control and start a new life and kind of like overthrow him.
Is it still a
Wow.
paper company?
No, so the company is actually now a town. Like it's a town. So we're taking the concept.
Oh,
of
so
the
he's like a
office.
mayor kind of.
Yeah. And so because it's like in the future and it's dark and futuristic, right? It doesn't work the same as like today. So like he like controls this whole town. Like he can't leave and whatever. So they are all working together to get out of there. Yeah. So
Is it still documentary-esque?
yeah, why not?
Interesting.
I like it. I
Yeah.
like it.
Well, they don't interview Michael, but they interview like the town, and they're like secret.
You come up with a
House.
name? I ask him. Jared.
2.
2? Okay. Game of Thrones reality dating show.
Oh, that's easy. It's just Game of Thrones, but a reality show. So
Give me some
you have
examples.
all the characters, right? You got Daenerys, you got Jon Snow, you got the different houses and stuff. You got House Stark, you got House God, I forget the other house name. It's been a while. But each house is like technically a different house, like kind of in The Bachelor.
Mm-hmm.
So they bring people into the different houses, and like everyone's kind of playing for not the Game of Thrones. It's not the tagline where it's like you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. It's like you play the Game of Thrones, you win someone's heart or you don't.
Wow.
Yeah, right?
You
Yeah,
win
it's
their
pretty
heart or
much-
you take it.
Oh,
Or you
ooh, okay, there we go. Keep giving me ideas like that.
You
All right.
stab them
But-
in the
Names.
heart.
You done?
Game of Love.
Game of Love?
Oh.
Okay.
Game of Love.
What do you
that was
got?
easy. The the paper town.
The paper.
Oh.
Ooh,
It's
because
already a John Green novel name.
I was gonna say,
That's why it sounds so good.
It does. It does sound good.
I'll give it to Jared. That was pretty.
That one's an easy one.
It was.
It was an easy
It's
one.
Okay,
Easy one.
so tiebreaker.
Vote down below.
Okay,
Tiebreaker. Do you guys want a movie or a TV show?
I want a movie.
Movie? Okay. Rachel, between 1 and 10.
9.
9. Home Alone, noir detective film.
So, instead of Kevin, not only is he you're right.
Yeah.
Not only is he trying to solve the mystery of where his parents are, but he's also trying to solve the mystery and put these men behind bars of who's breaking into his home, right? And it's a lot more convoluted than just like setting traps and stuff. Like there's freaking, he's got his magnifying glass, he has his pistol, right? He wears a freaking fedora. It's in black and white. We're going full on like 1930s noir detective. Sure, I don't know film. And freaking Detective McAllister. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, fits, right? Not only does he have to friggin' bag these goons, okay, he's gonna find out where his parents are on Christmas. So it takes him from his home to New York City.
So
Snowy New York City.
Yeah.
Dark depths.
putting 1 and 2 together, I like it.
Friggin',
Yeah.
and then every time he walks, it leaves like black footprints. You know what I'm talking about? Like the shoe prints?
So how does he deal with these crooks the same way he does in Home Alone with like
No, he uses his pistol.
Just shoots
it's
them.
just,
Yeah.
Home Alone in name only.
Yeah. But he's a kid. That's the same.
He still kills them cold blood.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I
He's
love
like,
it.
keep the change, you filthy animal. All right. Think of a name while I ask Jared.
Okay.
One between one. Okay. Titanic found footage horror.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, that's a good
so
one.
Jack is a YouTube vlogger.
What the heck?
And this is the Titanic, and basically he is bringing this camera, right? And he's trying,
It's just a hand crank camera.
It's a hand crank camera.
He's like,
and
YouTube's gonna be
trying
a
something
thing in
new.
like
Hey,
50
guys.
years.
Yeah, he's literally like, "Hey guys, this is me. I just boarded the Titanic." Like he won the game of poker. Everything's going exactly the same as it does in Titanic,
Mhm.
right? Then all of a sudden, instead of iceberg straight ahead, kraken straight ahead. All right, they see a giant octopus, but then not only that, little octopuses come out of it and start sneaking into the rooms and stuff. And so Jack is just filming him and Rose the entire time. Instead of a painter, Jack's just a filmer, you know. And yeah, and then the boat gets sunk with the
Does he
kraken.
film her like one of her French girls?
Yes, he
With
films
his
her.
French girls?
That's
With
the
a
ex-
kraken in the
with-
background.
The kraken is in the background, and
The kraken is posing as one of his French girls.
the kraken and the crack are both.
Do they survive?
Nobody survives.
Not even Rose?
Not even Rose.
No, it's found footage.
Yeah, it's found footage. They find.
He doesn't upload it.
I was gonna say she puts the film reel on the door.
Yeah. She's like, Jack, I know how much this means to you. I'll put this here, and then she.
She was
floats
like,
away.
I can't possibly fit. It's just a tiny little film reel.
And then the kraken. Eats
All right, you got a name?
Yes. Can we get a zoom in? Home Alone?
Question mark? Is that what it
Yeah.
is? Nice. What you got, Jared?
Crackanic.
Okay, yours sounds like one of those silly sci-fi movies, like sci-fi channel movies.
Yours sounds like a porno.
The Crackanic.
I'm gonna say she gets it. I just see Kevin McAllister just murking dudes.
I get it. I really tried balls to the wall.
Just
with
Kevin
mine.
McAllister
I-
as a kid, just murking dudes.
Yes. I mean, why set traps when you got a pistol? It's
That
1942.
one sold it.
That is really good.
And
That is
fedora.
really good.
All right, that's all I had for today's
Amazing.
episode.
That was great.
I thoroughly enjoyed this.
Thank you, Rachel, for joining us on our
Yes.
Just
Yeah,
Chatter
thanks for having me on the
podcast.
podcast.
Yeah, I know.
Hopefully
We've
can
been
come
meaning to
back.
do this for
It's been a long time we've been
a
planning.
long
It's been a
time. But yeah,
long
a lot of movies are coming out in the next few months.
Yeah,
that
this will
we're
be
all
fun.
gonna see.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I wanted to
definitely-
ask you guys if you wanted to go see the Ocean. Speaking of documentaries, Oceans with David Attenborough.
I like documentaries. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll see a
yeah.
documentary.
Apparently, it's
Jared's
supposed to be
like,
like super moving and like you'll cry.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
about our
I wanna
oceans
see
and how we're
baby
destroying
turtles
it.
die.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you're gonna probably go see Superman
I'm
with
gonna-
us all and Fantastic Four. when
Yeah,
that comes
that's it.
out.
Yeah,
We haven't gotten Superman tickets yet, but
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sure we will.
I was like, I didn't know about Superman, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fantastic Four is like next week, right? Or next month?
No, that's How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh,
How to Train
that
Your
one.
Dragon is next week. Fantastic Four is the end of next month.
Okay,
So
I'll forget.
lots of movies that are coming out. So we'll definitely have other talking points to get you back here
Yeah.
on. And
Hopefully, I can come back soon. Hopefully, the audience enjoys.
yeah, you never know. Our very few limited audience.
Hey.
Yep.
Never say
She'll
never.
comment on the video and be like,
Like, wow, this
"Hey,
girl's
she was
great.
great."
She was best guest you guys have had yet.
I create 10 different
I
accounts.
love the part about the Bratz movie.
Wow, this girl had some great points about the Bratz movie.
But we will definitely not take as long of a break as we did this past time. We just
Yeah.
recorded.
No, that was terrible.
It was
I
like,
unsubscribed.
oh, really?
Yeah.
That was who that person was. God, we know our subscribers. No. It's been at least 4 or 5 months. It was
It's been
when
a long
Captain
time.
America
Months?
came out.
Well, you guys do the shorts.
Months, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we do the shorts
Wow.
all the
I mean,
time.
you're right.
but
You're
yeah.
right. You're right.
But
It was
we.
before Disney.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What did I win?
What did you win?
I don't know.
Because I beat Jared, right?
I mean, you can make him watch something,
You maybe watch something dumb.
and he has to watch it.
I'll watch
Okay.
Jack Frost.
No, it's not dumb.
You can make him watch something stupid that nobody likes.
And then I'll have to.
I like
write
how he didn't even agree to this. I'm just saying
a
that's
3-page review. Of
Yeah, you have to write a 3-page essay.
like he did not agree to this, but I'm just saying that's
Yeah.
something.
You're
But we did actually just record a new episode of Pixelated and Plastered
oh,
for
fun. What game did you play?
Lego Jurassic World.
That's
for-
amazing.
Yeah, for the Jurassic Park or the Jurassic
Oh.
World movie that's coming out soon.
Nice.
So
Well, we have to play a game that we don't have to think about. So
Yeah.
we went Lego. It's
Fair.
easy.
Yeah.
Should we? I have my PS2 upstairs. If you guys ever want it.
you do?
Yes, and my PS2 games. Are you kidding me? I brought that thing with me.
No, we actually might need to use that at some point.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love.
Yeah. And
Love
hey, if you
PS2.
ever want to be a guest on Pixelated
Absolutely.
and Plastered, you're more than
You guys are always welcome.
Yeah,
you're more than welcome.
I'm super down.
All right, but we will catch y'all in the next one.
Yeah. How do we sign out?
He did
just
it
go-
so
we-
wrong.
We just
Cool.
go with
He
it.
did not.
That's how we do it. Every
Hey.
time. I say the thing.
That was a terrible intro, and we're just gonna have to go with it. Intro, outro.
That was an outro, and I liked mine better.